This meme is so true. I mean, how many of us hardcore GTA fans were all excited back in 2023 on December 5th after watching trailer 1 and you're like, man, it's finally happening. The start of GTA 6's marketing. Over the next year, we're going to be flooded with new GTA 6 information. And as it turns out, that's not the case. We're on the bottom now, waiting just for trailer 2, the next piece of marketing. But while we wait, I wanted to actually talk about a couple of new leaks that popped up over the last week or so regarding GTA 6. Some of these actually are so cool. So hopefully you guys stick around and check them out. But I will say, as always, with leaks and stuff like this, take it with a grain of salt. You know, this isn't official. It's not from Rockstar or anything, but these are pretty reputable leaks. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right in. Now, this first thing is not a leak, but it is a quick debunking of something that happened about a week ago. There was that, you know, IRL looking trailer that was being filmed in Florida, in Tampa, with a character that looked a lot like Jason. Well, as it turns out, it's not about GTA. It's about some crypto thing. So yeah, that was a complete lie. I think most of us knew, but just in case for the people out there that were really hopeful, no, it's some random thing that's not GTA related. Now, the first leak, and this is something I did talk about a few days ago. I'll leave a link to the video at the top right where I talked about this a lot more in depth. But in case you did miss it, Rockstar Games, as you can see here, they are apparently trying to make GTA 6 Online the next user-created platform similar to Roblox and Fortnite. So I guess you'll have the regular GTA Online, and then you'll have this, you know, crazy mode where anyone can make whatever they want. Hopefully they give people a lot more tools compared to what we have in GTA Online now, but that does sound pretty cool. Now, this next leak isn't anything major, but a reputable Call of Duty leaker claimed a couple of days ago on Twitter that DJ Khaled will be featured in GTA 6 as a host on his own radio station. And it does say it'll play his own songs. I'm going to be honest. The only thing I know about DJ Khaled is that he's kind of obnoxious. I've never listened to his music, so I'm not entirely sure what that entails. I know he's a DJ, so like he plays a lot of popular music. I'm assuming maybe that's what they're talking about there. It does say there is potential for other real life artists to be included as well on their own radio stations. It's also another pretty big leak there. I think this one is pretty obvious. Even if you don't like the guy, like he's from Miami, he reps Miami pretty hard. There's going to be what, 20 plus radio stations in the game. Why not give him his own? It makes total sense to me, especially if he's willing to poke fun at himself. Like, I'm sure Rockstar can create a pretty funny script with him as a radio host, sort of making fun of, you know, his IRL persona and all that. So that could definitely be pretty cool. But again, it's a radio station, so it makes sense that we're going to get probably plenty of these radio stations with, you know, DJ Khaled or other musical stars in real life. And as far as the legitimacy of that leak, like I said, it's a Call of Duty leaker. More than likely, this is being leaked from DJ Khaled's side. Like, this isn't a guy who knows someone at Rockstar that told him this. I believe DJ Khaled has worked with Call of Duty in the past, so I'm sure that's where the connection comes from. So I would say that's a pretty reputable leak. Again, it also just makes sense that it would be in the game. Now we get into, I think, the coolest leaks that I've seen so far. And this one actually is about a year old. So this guy posted back in 2021, I think. He says a representative of Rockstar Games hired the car that he owns for audio recordings at some place in the UK. It was driven by some film star stunt driver. Many of the sounds were captured by the large microphones on the car, such as the exhaust, the engine, the doors, horns, and sirens. And what is a bit crazy is that guy did actually post on Reddit a couple of years ago. And I think for a lot of us, this sort of just flew under the radar. But if we do scroll down, I'm not going to read all of this, but I guess this guy who lives in the UK, he owns this particular police car, which is very rarely found in the UK. Now, of course, you can probably find a bunch of these in America, but as we all know, Rockstar Games, a lot of their big studios are in Scotland. So if they wanted to do stuff locally, then for sure, I think it makes a lot of sense that they would hire this guy take out his car and record a bunch of sounds. He said he was never told officially that Rockstar was behind the work, but he was told it was for a high-profile video game project based in Scotland. So like there's not that many high-profile video game projects based in Scotland other than GTA 6. So yeah, it makes sense that this is GTA 6. And what I think is so cool, he has some more pictures here as I just scroll down. You can see in this picture the audio recording equipment, I guess, like for the exhaust back here. It's not the best quality picture, but this I think is absolutely awesome for GTA 6, because in GTA 5 and GTA Online, like one of the big complaints, especially for the actual car people out there, was that there was not a lot of variety with like engine sounds, with exhaust sounds, I guess, and just the way the cars all sounded. They were very similar. But if Rockstar are going out of their way to record, if I go back to the other picture, they're recording the audio of the exhausts, the engine, the doors, I'm assuming opening and closing, the horns on it, the sirens on it. If they're doing that for this one particular car, I'm willing to bet they're doing that for almost all of the vehicles in the game, which is amazing if that's the case, because every single car will not only be unique, but they'll actually sound like the cars they're based off of IRL. So that I think is awesome news. Again, though, it is a leak, so take it with a grain of salt, but this is probably one of my favorite leaks just because more, uniqueness and all of that is only a good thing. And then the final one is sort of similar. Now, this is just from like a random poster on Reddit, I believe. So maybe this one is a little bit less reliable, but they say, I work at the art museum in Miami, and a couple of years ago, we had people from Rockstar getting private tours of the whole museum. I'm assuming they had a ton of people doing this for every major building in South Florida and every major neighborhood as well. Very impressive how much time and dedication it seems to be going into this. Now, there's going to be some speculation on this particular post here, because I think this could mean two things. Number one, the more boring approach, hey, the interior of this art museum is going to be in GTA 6. There'll be a museum somewhere full of art, and you can go into it and maybe interact with some stuff and see some cool art. And that'll just make the game world feel more alive. It'll make it, feel a little bit better compared to GTA 5, because GTA 5 lacks so many interiors. Or what this could also mean is that this is going to be featured in the story of the game in some major way. Let's be honest, Jason and Lucia, from what we know of the characters, they're not going to the art museum on like a date in the game for some reason. More than likely, you're going to be going there to rob the place, maybe as some form of heist. You get to heist some crazy expensive art. And that could have been why Rockstar went to this place and got private tours of the whole museum, probably mapped out a bunch of stuff. So if that is the case, that also sounds pretty freaking cool, because we'll be getting, of course, more heists, maybe this art museum heist in the game in GTA 6. So those were a few leaks that I saw pop up over the last couple of days. Yeah, I figured I'd share them with you guys because I thought they sounded kind of cool. And again, we're still waiting for something GTA 6 related, so maybe this can tide us over a bit until the next theory comes out or the next, piece of information leaks from somewhere. But thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA 6 content, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.